Mm, Let's see. There we go. All righty. What's up? Tuesday, February the 23rd, 2021. HML, what's up, man? We'll let everybody kind of file in here. Game day edition of the Daily Crow. Gamecocks baseball with their first midweek game of the 2021 baseball season. I get myself situated here. All right, cool. Hope you guys are all doing well. Like I said, we'll let everybody kind of file in here. Tuesday, February 23rd, 2021. Scott Stamey, what's going on? HML 31 Gaming, what's going on? Appreciate you all tuning in. Got a packed show, got a lot to talk about, a lot to dive into, taking your questions, comments, calls as always. Taking your questions, comments, calls always. 843-790-3377. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. It is still Clemson week, by the way. Locked in on this midweek game tonight. But you're going to see me really start hitting the Carolina Clemson series content hard starting next week. Or not next week, tomorrow. You guys know what I meant. So my apologies there. But starting tomorrow, we're really going to hit the Carolina Clemson series stuff really, really hard with that series just a few days away now. But the Gamecocks taking on Winthrop tonight. Really excited for this one. I'll talk about it more in depth in just a sec. But really excited for this one. Really excited for sure. So again, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. Truly do appreciate it. Before we get going, I do want to tell you about our friends over at Flex Squad Fitness, because the Daily Crow is presented to you by our friends at Flex Squad Fitness. Guys, Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina. CJ Profit, the man behind it all. If I can get my ad read pulled up here. Computer going slow. Yeah, CJ Profit, been a certified personal trainer for 10 years. Again, Flex Squad Fitness, Chapin, South Carolina. The reason CJ is so good at what he does, he struggled with his own weight. He's been there. He's done that until he eventually lost 85 pounds himself doing the exact same type of training that he does at the gym. And guys, Flex Squad, they do one-on-one and small group training, right? Their program is a mix of strength, high-intensity interval training, and endurance training. And the goal is to not only help people look great on the outside, of course, but more importantly, to make them stronger and more confident on the inside. Guys, like I said, the reason CJ is so good at what he does and the reason you can feel comfortable going there knowing it's going to work, because he's literally been there, done that. He's applied it to himself, and it's worked wonders for him. He's going to have a personalized nutrition plan for you, a workout plan for you. He is going to take care of you on an individual basis. And guys, the place changes people inside and out. You're not going to regret walking on the door. You'll probably just wish you did it sooner, guys. Again, Flex Squad Fitness, Chapin, South Carolina. Get this too. They're offering a free week for anyone who wants to try out their classes, or 2 free one-on-one sessions to see what they're all about. Or guys, if you go right now, tell them Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. They're going to give you your first month free. It's a no-brainer. If you're looking for a gym, if you're looking for, a personal trainer, if you're trying to start that fitness journey, Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina, the way to go. Again, CJ Profit, my guy, does a phenomenal job. Tell him Chris from the Spurs Up Show sent you. Get that first month free. Get your butt in the gym if you need to go, and get after it. So again, Flex Squad Fitness in Chapin, South Carolina, and we appreciate their support of the Daily Crow. One thing I want to mention really quickly on a different note, if you will. Obviously, we're talking baseball, basketball, that good stuff. This shirt that I'm wearing, please take notice. Look at this shirt. You guys might recognize this score, this game, 2010 Alabama game shirt. I'd show you guys the back too, but I can't really get around. My buddy Gray at Soda City Thrifts, he found this for me. Absolutely electric find. From my guy Gray with Soda City Thrifts. But reliving the glory days, man. The 2010 Alabama game shirt. You got to love it. You got to love it for sure. So again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls. I'll make sure here the phone lines are open up. 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Justin, I appreciate the love on the hat. This one is an old school hat, really. One of the first logos ever made. It's on the store, though, tsus.store. We also dropped an awesome baseball piece on the store that I think baseball people will certainly get it. But tsus.store, really, really great stuff. What else was I going to say? What was I going to say? I don't know. Again, drop some great merch. Oh, great podcast that dropped this morning, of course, too. Episode 387, the show that was supposed to be out yesterday. It dropped today. Still applied, though. We talked a lot of Gamecocks baseball, of course, basketball. But I broke down the Dayton series sweep in its entirety. We did TSUS series MVP. Who's hot, who's not. Of course, my key takeaways, looking ahead to this game tonight, and, of course, the Clemson series this weekend. And then, of course, we got to talk basketball. I did talk a little bit about the Missouri loss and kind of the state of the program and where we are, and, took your listener questions, other news and notes. But a great podcast this morning, episode 387. Be sure to check that out. I saw Elizabeth Ballard. Thank you so much for tuning into the interview. Yeah, Brian Harper was fantastic. Got a huge, and I mean a huge interview for the show on Thursday. And it goes very, very well with this week, this weekend, what's upcoming this weekend. So be sure to stay tuned for that. But we've got interviews. I've got interviews literally booked tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. Some great conversations upcoming for you guys for sure. But again, thank you so much for tuning in. 843-790-3377. Phone lines are open. That is the number. And excited to chat with you guys here on a Tuesday. Phil, what's going on, man? I see you in here. Brian Dean, impressed with our pitching and hitting. Yeah, I mean, a lot of positives to take away from opening weekend. A lot of positives. A lot of things to feel good about as a Gamecock baseball fan. Again, it was Dayton, but I will say this too. I keep saying that, it was Dayton, but I think they're going to do some damage in the A-10. Like, I think they're actually a pretty solid ball club. I think especially the arms of Dayton is what really impressed me. I think, they got some guys, especially in that bullpen. Pletka, I thought on Sunday was fantastic. And then they got some, I think the hitting side of things is where Dayton's got to figure it out. And again, give all the credit to Gamecock pitchers, but you had their 3-hole hitter went 0 for 12 on the weekend. Like, it's just, they're going to have to get him going. But I think overall Dayton is actually a quality ball club. I was thinking back to last year when South kind of swept Holy Cross. This is nothing like that in my mind. Holy Cross was bad. That was a genuinely bad baseball team. I think Dayton is actually going to make some noise. So they've got a really tough schedule. They play at Tennessee. So we'll see what happens. But let's see. Somebody's saying, let's see. So the games, Gamecock baseball making it official this morning. Wow. All 3 games televised on Longhorn Network. Yeah, that's going to piss some people off. That is going to piss some people off. But that's Texas for you. That's just kind of what they do. So that's just kind of what they do. Justin, the legend of Roach Blood was made that day. Yes, sir. I think he'd probably really appreciate this T-shirt. Christian Carver, no matter the sport, beating Clemson is always a big deal. We may not have to sweep, although that would be nice, but winning another series, especially against Clemson, is big. I agree. I agree with you 110%. I will say this. It's one of those things where, I understand. I think you guys understand. Baseball fans understand, even if you lose the Clemson series, it's not like the season's over. Hey, the 2010 team that won the national championship, they lost the series to Clemson. So, it doesn't, at least the regular season series obviously beat them in Omaha, but it doesn't mean your season's over. But this is a big one. Like, we all know how important it is. We all understand that. Kingston knows that. These players know that. Both teams know that. Both fan bases know that. This is a big one. And I'll tell you this, guys. I'll ask you guys this question, and I'll make this point. How much more pressure does it put on the Clemson baseball series since there was no football game and no basketball game? Like, this is the one bragging right that both fan bases are going to have. I mean, in this last year of sports or whatever, like, there hasn't been another Carolina Clemson game. So, like, how much more pressure is there on this series? Because, again, I think both fan bases are going to hang their hat on this, and that's it. You don't have anything else. So, I don't know. I think it definitely adds an interesting element to the series for sure. So, Leonard Matthews, Will Sanders, yes, he'll get the start tonight. So, yeah, let's talk a little about that Winthrop game, that game tonight at Founders Park. Will Sanders, really excited to watch Will pitch. This is a guy you saw on Saturday. He did throw an inning, but I think one of the best talented young arms, one of the best arms, I think, in general on the South Carolina roster. Just incredible. Guy is 6'6", lanky, got the build. Mark Kingston made the comment early in the preseason that he thinks he's a guy that could throw 100. You know what I mean? He just – I think that maybe a little bit of a stretch, but he has that build. He has that type of build, 6'6", already up to 93, 94. Stuff is really, really good. I thought the command was there on Saturday. Going to be awesome. It'll be interesting to see him get his first opportunity tonight. obviously getting the start. But I feel good about it, man. I feel good about this game. And obviously for South Carolina, you need to keep momentum going. You need to keep spirits high and get a dub tonight and beat Winthrop and take care of business. And, these midweek games are important. Like I said, I want fans to understand that there's probably going to come a point this season where you lose a midweek game. There's probably going to come a point where you lose a non-conference game. It doesn't mean the season's over, but again, it's a game you should win. You're better than Winthrop. And I'll tell you this, guys. I feel this is the best I've felt about Gamecock baseball in a while, and I'll tell you why. And tonight is kind of an example. Before, and it's no disrespect to the guys on previous teams, by the way, but just the pitching depth. Like, this is where it matters. When you go into the midweek and you're not starting one of your weekend starters and you can still roll a guy like Will Sanders out there, that's a convenience. That's a luxury. That is an absolute luxury if you're Gamecock baseball. So, overall, feel good about the game tonight. I'm really excited to watch Will pitch. And obviously, again, you hope to see the power numbers continue and the offense continue to put up big numbers. And like I said, just keep that momentum going and have a lot of things to feel good about going into this weekend against the Clemson Tigers. So let's see, Justin, question for you on my MLB The Show career. I can go to LA with Whit Merrifield, Boston with JBJ, or Astros with Christian Walker. I'm a shortstop. Where are you going? I'd probably go. Well, I'd probably go to LA if you want to win a title. They're going to be the best team on the game, I'd assume. So, yeah, Hunter Brown this weekend. Yeah, I agree. It's insane that none of the Carolina Clemson games made it to one of the bigger networks. You've got ACC Network Extra on Friday, and then SEC Network Plus on Saturday and Sunday. And I tell you what, man, that Greenville game, it seems like there's always streaming issues with that neutral site game. So, I think college baseball is an untapped market. I really do. I think it's underutilized. It's under-broadcasted. I think it's not covered well enough. But you know what? I'm going to do the damn best I can. That's for sure as far as covering it. And somebody asking, RJ Keller, you going to the series? So I've already got my tickets for Sunday. I'm going up there Friday. My buddy actually lives in Anderson. So I'm going to stay with him, and we're just going to kind of figure it out, man. I can tell you this. I'm not paying $150 for tickets. I'm not paying $100 for tickets. The tickets available right now are stupid. So, hey, if anybody's got tickets for sale for a reasonable price, I'll scoop them right now. But realistically, probably not going to end up going Friday. I just highly doubt I run into tickets for that game. And then Saturday in Greenville, again, just who knows? I'm planning on going downtown Greenville, really been trying to collaborate and do some type of watch party, or I'm going to post up somewhere Friday or Saturday in downtown Greenville. So if you guys are there, if you're going to be out and about, I'll post where I'm at. But I don't know. I hate to say that. I know I'm going Sunday for sure. That's the thing. I know I'm going Sunday. Ran into some tickets for that one, but Friday and Saturday still a little bit of a mystery. Obviously, I'd love to be at all three, but just with COVID and how tough it is to get tickets. Last year it was so easy to get tickets, and this year it's just a nightmare. But I will be at the game tonight, by the way, going to watch the Gamecocks take on Winthrop, and then, like I said, I'm definitely going to be at the one Sunday. But hopefully Saturday. Like I said, either way, I'll be posted up in Greenville. And like I said, I if you guys know anybody selling, if you know anybody who's trying to get rid of some tickets or what have you, just let me know. Obviously, I'd love to go, but we'll see what happens. But I will say, really excited. We are going to do live pregame and postgame shows for all three games. I will be doing that all three games, pregame and postgame. I'm literally actually about to set those up. Also, a pregame show for basketball tomorrow night, 6 to 6:30. Tip-off is at 7 for that one. But we'll go live on Friday, 3 to 3:30. Saturday, we'll go live 3 to 3:30 as well, because it's a 4 o'clock first pitch. And then Sunday, I will go live 12 to 12:30. Normally, I go live an hour before the game, but I'm going to that one, I know for sure. So trying to get that one out of the way so we can get over to the stadium and get ready for the game and stuff like that. But live pregame and postgame shows coming back this weekend for the Clemson series, obviously with as big a series as that is, it's justified, right, to have those pregame and postgame shows. But really excited, man. Like I said this on the podcast, and I'll tell you guys this. This Carolina Clemson baseball series for me is like the Super Bowl. It's a huge deal. I love it. It's the best rivalry in all of college baseball. There's nothing like it. It's a super regional feel. It's a College World Series feel for 3 games at the beginning of the season. There's nothing like it. You can't convince me there's a better rivalry in all of college baseball. So again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls as well. 843-790-3377. 843-790-3377. Ritter chiming in, of course, on the basketball side of things. Adam Ritter says, I hope Frank gets fired. He also said it's a darn shame the guys' basketball team has quit on us. Will we win tomorrow? Ritter, I'll be breaking that game down probably tonight after the baseball game. That'll be tomorrow's podcast. Just a full breakdown, preview, prediction, whatever, on the basketball game. And I might throw in some Carolina Clemson stuff. I don't know. And obviously, we'll talk about the game tonight against Winthrop. But anyways, the bulk of it will be the basketball thing. So I don't know yet. I haven't looked at Mississippi State, and I don't know what my prediction will be. Going on the road, I can tell you most likely I'm going to pick Mississippi State to win the game, because why would you pick South Carolina at this point? You know what I mean? Like, why would you pick the Gamecocks? I don't think there's any good reason to pick South Carolina to win the game. But, I will say this. I will say this, and probably going to make this a clip for social media like tomorrow or something or whatever. I don't know. But I will say this in regards to South Carolina basketball. I think one of the worst things I think that happened this season was, and I understand the excuse early in the year of COVID, the lack of practice time and not playing games and having time off. But I just feel like the team, the program, and the fan base certainly all embraced this idea of the season's a wash. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Season's a wash. Season's a wash. And again, I hate to question this team's character and heart and want to and effort. But after seeing what happened Saturday, it really does feel like this is a program that has embraced that the season's a wash. Like, they've just kind of packed it in, and it feels like they've quit. And I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I hate to be that guy that questions that. But, I mean, dude, you were a 3-point underdog to Mizzou. It wasn't like you were expected to get killed. And you're not even being competitive anymore. You're not even being competitive. And I think right now you've probably got an issue of a lot of guys playing as individuals, not playing as a team, not playing for the name on the front of the jersey. And again, we all know the issues that have happened. But after the Florida game, COVID is not to be blamed. It's not. You didn't get beat by Mizzou Saturday because of COVID. You got beat by Mizzou Saturday the way you did because you just stink. You just stink. There's no other way to put it. This team just flat out stinks, guys. There's no other way to put it. So, it's unfortunate because I think I still believe there's talent on this team. But you know what? This season, this team stinks. Frank Martin stinks this year. And hey, I'm not a fire Frank Martin guy right now, but somebody's got to take responsibility. It's his team. He stinks this year. The program stinks. Everything about Gamecock basketball just flat out stinks this year. There's no other way to put it. So it is what it is. And yeah, sure, the season is a wash, but it's just a damn shame and disappointing to see these guys. I feel like they've embraced that attitude and they're all just playing that way. And it's, if nothing else, damn, have a little bit of pride. Play with some honor. Play with some integrity. Like, go out there and finish the season the right way. So I don't know. Anyways, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Like I said, guys, we'll be live tomorrow night before the game, though, 6 to 6:30. I'm actually just setting that up right now. And I'll be live before all three Carolina Clemson baseball games. So Gonna be a really fun weekend. Like I said, I've got a lot of content actually myself coming up this week in regards to the rivalry and some of my favorite memories and things that stand out and all that good stuff. But yeah, I love it, man. I love Carolina Clemson week. There's nothing like it. I love Carolina Clemson, the baseball series, the intensity, the emotion. It's the best rivalry in all college baseball, man. It's the only way to put it. So. Mm-hmm. Beautiful day in the city, by the way. I don't know if any of you are going to the game tonight. By the way, somebody just texted in. Sorry, just tuned in. You're going to the game in Rock Hill tonight. So the game is actually in Columbia. It is at Founders Park. 4:00 first pitch at Founders Park because I have tickets and I'm going to the game. So I promise you the game is in Columbia tonight. Also, guys, I want to make you aware, one of my guys, Josh Matthews, contributor, wrote a fantastic basketball article on our site, thespursupshow.com. Be sure to check that out. We also had a great game preview for the Winthrop game tonight on the site. Again, the articles, the content is rolling. We've added some more writers. I've added an editor. Again, things are in motion. The business is growing, which is obviously a huge positive. But just want to let you guys know, content bleeding out the eyeballs, guys. We got plenty of content. I'll be posting the basketball article on social media here in just a bit. But want to make you guys aware. Go check that out. My guys are doing fantastic work. So. Yep, I am freaking fired up though for this weekend. I cannot wait. I'm also fired up for all the content we're going to be pumping out this week too. I mean, that obviously that fires me up. I love making the content. I know you guys enjoy it, and like I said, I enjoy making it. So it's going to be a really, really good time though. Cobb NB7 says, how much do baseball tickets usually cost? Well, this year it's a crapshoot. I mean, normally for a game like tonight, especially, you can get a ticket for like $5. You know what I mean? Like nothing. But it's a pain this year, man. I don't know what to say. It's just a flat out pain. It's just so annoying, but just is what it is. All we can do is roll with the punches, and COVID is COVID. Like the season is what it is at this point. So Bruno 24, do we know who is on the bump? Yes, Will Sanders, freshman right-handed pitcher. He's on the bump. If you saw the games this weekend, he threw Saturday an inning. So he'll be on the bump. Really excited to watch Will throw the thing. I think Will is a very talented arm for you. So. We will have shows before every game this weekend, and I am looking forward to it. Hopefully, on Sunday at noon, we are talking about the Gamecocks going for a sweep. That's what I'm praying for. That's what I'm praying for. I know we all are. But yeah, again, Will Sanders on the bump tonight. Really like him a lot. Again, like I said, 6'6" freshman righty. 94 to 95 with the fastball. Really, really good stuff. Again, I think this is a dude, if you guys watch tonight, I think this is a guy that you're going to see in South Carolina's weekend rotation probably next year. I mean, honestly, I think this is one of your next big-time arms on the weekend. And again, that pitching depth, like I talked about, man, it's such a luxury when you can roll out there tonight. You can roll out a guy like Will Sanders, who, I mean, who could pitch on the weekends. I mean, this is a guy who I really believe is going to pitch on the weekends in the SEC. I think it's a guy that maybe not this season's going to get a start, but I think if nothing else, out of the bullpen, he's going to get a lot of important innings for you. And you just love to see it, man. I think Will Sanders is a big time ball player, so it should be fun to watch tonight. Again, all you hope is that the bats get rolling, continue to do what they've been doing, and maybe we see a couple of young guys get out there. I think this will be a great opportunity if you can get up on them early. Obviously, priority number one is to win the baseball game, but get up on them early. Maybe you see some guys like a Noah Myers, like a Brandon Field, some of these other guys. So. Again, guys, 843-790-3377, taking your questions, comments, calls. Appreciate, by the way, I do want to say thank you to you guys for rolling with the punches with me yesterday. Yesterday was a very interesting day in regards to with everything happening with technology and the podcast and all that. And we were able to make it work. That's the number one. That's the most important thing. But thank you guys for being understanding, being flexible, all that good stuff. I truly do appreciate it. Like I said, I am very excited for the content we have planned this week and going into the weekend, and even with Gamecock basketball. Let's not forget the season's not over. You got Mississippi State tomorrow night. You got Georgia on Saturday, and I think then you got one more next week. So the season's not over. We still got a lot of basketball to talk about. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, oh, the season's just over and we're gonna act like it's not even happening. No, I'm gonna cover basketball. I'm gonna continue to do it, and I know a lot of us can't wait until the season ends, but it's not over yet. So we're gonna continue to cover every game and go through and pump out content and do the damn thing. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens with the team if they can scratch and claw and find a way to win one last game. But yeah, either way, we're going to be there covering it. So Justin says, when we sleep, Clem sucks. Got to have a shirt. Being this the only time we've seen the upstate team. Maybe a shirt with a cat coughing up hairballs with Kingston sweeping them up with a broom. That's actually a very good idea. But listen, I promise you, even if we just win the series, but especially if we sweep, the merch is going to be outrageous. I cannot freaking wait for that. So yeah, trust me, the merch is going to be there, my friend. You do not have to worry about me with the merch and especially shit talking to Clemson. Trust me. Trust me. All righty. 843-790-3377, guys. Taking your questions, comments, calls as well. By the way, Gamecocks ranked 17th in the latest D1 baseball poll. Also ranked 9th in the 11.7 poll. My guys over 11.7 giving us a lot of love, so I appreciate that. But it looks like, well, actually, it doesn't look like, we know, the Gamecocks will face an unranked Clemson team. An unranked Clemson team this weekend, so it'll be number 17, South Carolina, against the unranked Clemson Tigers. So, again, I will be doing all my preview stuff. We'll have the full Clemson series preview show on Thursday, and we'll really start talking about it on Thursday for sure. And trust me, guys, there's going to be a plethora of content surrounding that series. I trust me. I love it. I love it. I mean, I'd love to start talking about it and really breaking it down right now. But again, there are other things at hand. You got Winthrop tonight. You got basketball tomorrow. And again, of course, I'll take you guys' questions if you want to chat it up about it. But yeah, I'll really dive into it on my end on the podcast on the Thursday show. That'll be the full series preview, predictions, keys, all that good stuff. So let's see. We had a text. Do you think Carolina or Clemson will end up with the better season? I mean, if I had to guess, I'd say South Carolina. I mean, I really like this Gamecocks baseball team. And listen, Clemson, they got a solid club. I don't think Clemson's terrible by any means. They did lose a lot from last year, but Davis Sharp on Friday. It looks like they got some young pitchers as well that are pretty good. So I expect Clemson to have a solid year. I mean, Clemson baseball kind of going to just do what they do. I expect them to probably be in the postseason. But I don't know, man. I think this South Carolina team, if the pieces come together, I know it's only been one weekend, but if the pieces really come together for you, this could be a really dangerous ball club. So I'll go with South Carolina in that regard. Again, guys, questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Again, guys, got a lot of great conversations this week, too. A lot of great interviews. A lot of great interviews. So All right, again, 843-790-3377, guys. Again, great weather for it too. I think we got a high of 68 today for the baseball game. It's unbelievable. I was looking too. Weather could be an issue. Weather could be a factor this weekend, by the way, for the South Carolina Clemson series. Because I was taking a look in Clemson Friday, high of 48. High of 48 with an 85% chance of rain. So you never know what might happen. So So Brian Dean says, glad we have baseball. Men's basketball, very disappointing. Yeah, dude. It was so nice to be at Founders Park Saturday and to have that to distract me from the monstrosity that is this Gamecocks basketball program right now. Like it was so nice to like not necessarily have to just surround my like to not have to like set my day up around the basketball program. Like that was, and again, I hate to say that, and it pains me to say that. But that's just the point we've reached. That's the point we're at right now. So, is what it is. All we can do is react to what's going on. So let's see. I'm looking at the weather. Let's look at Greenville Saturday. So only a 38% chance of rain. High of 64, so not terrible as long as the rain stays away. And then Columbia Sunday, as of right now, high of 71, 38%. So, I mean, it could be a decent weekend. Friday will be the game to watch for, though. What's the weather do on Friday? If it does rain, I mean, what do you do? You know what I mean? When do you play it? Do you play it late? What do you do? So, be interesting to see. Brian Dean, this basketball team doesn't play defense. I mean, yeah, hold on. I wonder. Let's look at the stats for the season. This will be very interesting. I'm very curious to see now. Like, I bet these season stats look so bad. Let's see. Let's see here. What are we allowing teams to shoot? That's my question. What are we? All right, so we shoot 42% from the field as a team. We're allowing teams to shoot 46%. I honestly thought it would be worse. I really did. We shoot 32% from three. We're allowing opponents to shoot 36%. We're shooting guys, like this is what's mind-blowing. We're shooting 66% from the free throw line. Our best free throw shooter, guys, I mean, it's Trey Hannibal. And he shot, I mean, Trey's only got 31 attempts. He's actually 29 of 31 from the free throw line. How about that? Yeah, but outside of that, you got Justin Minaya, who's 15 of 21 from the line, 71%. Keyshawn's 39 of 58, 67%. AJ's 46 of 67, 69%. Nice. Let's see that. Does it show an SEC play? We're averaging 74 points per game. Our opponents are averaging 78 points per game. Like, where is it? I got to see this in it. Here we go. Conference games. Here we go. Okay, well, we're shooting 42%. We're allowing opponents to shoot 46%. Again, I thought it would have been way worse because, I mean, it feels like the last 5-6 games we've allowed 50% or better. I don't know. That's actually kind of surprising to me. Brian says Couisnard having a terrible year. Yeah, it's I don't get it either. It's been a year to forget for Jermaine Couisnard, and like I said, I truly don't understand it. But I don't know, man. I really don't. It's hard to explain. I don't really understand what's going on, but just the year he's had, man. It's just flat out the year he's had. I don't know what you can say about it. So let's see. He's averaging. I mean, he's shooting this year. He's shooting 25% from the field. 25%. 23% from 3-point range. I mean, or excuse me, 26% from 3-point. 57% from the free throw lines, averaging 8.1 points per game. I'll tell you this. Nobody's talking about Justin Minaya either. He's only averaging 7.5 points per game. Like, what's happened to Minaya? Like, where's he at? I don't know, man. I think it's just a broken team at this point. It's just a very broken team. So I don't know, man. It is what it is. Like I said, thank God there's only 3 games left. I'm gonna continue to cover them. Let's see. Brandon Wagner, Justin Minaya has been a ghost. Indeed, he has. Carolina Rangers, South Carolina women's basketball team is better than South Carolina men's basketball team. If you're asking me if they played each other, would the women's team beat the men's? Absolutely not. They would not. I don't want to have that. That argument is so silly. No, the women's team would not beat the men's team straight up. Are they a better team in their respective? Yes, obviously. No kidding. Women's also with a big game on Thursday night. Let me see. Let me get the time on that. Let's see, because I don't have a time written down on my calendar for some reason. Okay, Thursday night against Thursday day against Ole Miss at 1:00. Wow, I did not realize that. Okay, because everybody's off Thursday, right? And then Sunday, South Carolina plays at Texas A&M at 2:00, and that'll be a big game. ESPN2, and then hey, damn, isn't it crazy? The SEC tournament literally starts next week. When does the men's tournament start? Damn, isn't it wild? Like, that's literally it's crept up on us. Like, it's crazy how quickly it's gotten here. So crazy. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, March 2nd is the last game of the season, Tuesday against Arkansas. Thank God it's a 6:30 tip-off. Thank God it's not one of those 9:00. Oh, my God, those are terrible. Brian Dean, on a positive note, Shane Beamer's first class wasn't that bad, and we got some great players from the transfer portal. Yeah, I know the rankings look tough, but I think you did a good job in regards to hitting the transfer portal and getting guys that, especially filling needs at certain positions, like, defensive back, at wide receiver. You helped the quarterback room out in this class. So, we knew it was going to be a makeshift class, the first one for Shane Beamer. But overall, I mean, I think you did get some guys that can help you. And, again, you've obviously got to make the best of it again with Beamer getting the job and only having 2 months, whatever, to do a job that coaches have been doing for 3-4 years before he got there. So I feel good about it. I like the class. I'm not too worried about it. It's just, it's his first class. What can you expect? But again, I think with that being said, I think there are guys in the class that can help you out for sure. Brandon Wagner says Couisnard has a presence. He's just bricking all the time. I forgot Minaya is out there. Yeah, it's been a mess, man. It's been a flat out struggle all season long. There's no other way to put it. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Let's see what's going on social media right now. SEC dropping some awards for women's basketball. Elizabeth Ballard, will we bat in the same order? I think a lot of it will be similar to the weekend. I think you will see a switch up. I would not be surprised if they put Wes Clark behind the plate today to give Colin Burgess a little bit of a break. I think they probably should do that. I don't know. I think in this midweek game, again, priority number one is to win the baseball game. But I think I would not be surprised at all if you see Kingston and those guys switch it up a little bit in the midweek. Give some guys some opportunities. Wouldn't shock me at all. So we'll see. They might roll with the same lineup. I think if nothing else, though, I do think you'll see Wes Clark catch today, if I had to guess. So, but again, who knows? Who knows? I mean, the biggest thing is you just don't want to overwork Colin Burgess. I mean, we all know the situation. You basically have one catcher, and Wes can certainly catch, but outside of that, you don't have anybody else that can catch. I mean, you got Connor Sino that can catch. He's a true freshman though from Wando, but we'll see. I think the lineup will be pretty similar to over the weekend though. Blake Allen, you think Frank has softened practice due to all his health issues and not really been holding these guys accountable, essentially just calling this season a wash? I don't know, man. I'm not there. I'm not in the building. I'm not behind closed doors. It's really, really tough to say. But, I just think that attitude, and I understand why we said it and why people said it, hey, the season's a wash, because of how it was affected by COVID early in the season. But I just think it's never good. It's never a good thing when you go into a season or you go into games with a built-in excuse. No, it's just not. You can't go into something. You're giving yourself an out before the game even starts. And it feels like that mentality and that attitude really took over Gamecock basketball. That's at least how it feels. So, and again, I hate to question the guy's effort and toughness and character and want to and all that, but all we can go off of is all we've seen on the court. And I mean, you're getting blasted. You're getting flat out blasted right now by teams. I mean, that Missouri team, yeah, they beat you by 11 the first time, but I mean, you were only a 3.5 point underdog. It's not like, you were expected to get just destroyed. You know what I mean? So I'll be interested to see. The line will drop today for that game tomorrow, probably around 2:30. I'll be interested to see what it is. I got a feeling South Carolina's probably going to be a double-digit underdog, to be honest. Did we played? No, okay. I thought we played Mississippi State already for some reason. Yeah, we did. Okay, we did. We lost by 16. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I think a double-digit spread is probably what you're going to see. You can guys taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Any of you guys in the chat going to any of the games this weekend? Anybody planning on going to Carolina Clemson? I'm curious. You guys going to Clemson, Greenville, or Columbia? Anybody going to the games? I will be there, like I said, for sure on Sunday. Got my tickets already locked in. I'm going up there this weekend, hoping and praying I run into some tickets, but we'll see. Well, like I said, I can tell you the one thing I'm not doing. And what I'm not doing is paying like $100 for a Carolina Clemson ticket. I'm not doing that. Nope. I am not overpaying it like that. So Jackson Gary says, I wish. Yeah, I'm excited, if nothing else, to be able to go Sunday. I think that'll be a really, really good time. So, yep. The only, let's see how much tickets are for tonight. I mean, I've already got mine, but see, you can actually buy tickets tonight for $10. You got to buy them as a pair, but you can buy them for $10. So, if anybody listening wants to go to the game tonight, they got them on sale for $10. Let's see. Let's look at Sunday. $125. 120. I mean, I could make some good money. I could sell my tickets and make some damn good money, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go to the game. But like, my Lord, like people are just, I mean, crazy, man. Crazy how much. And I mean, trust me, it's a huge series. I know that for a fact. Trust me, but my goodness, man. I mean, $100 for one game? That's just, I mean, I'm looking at Friday right now. $147 is the cheapest ticket. Like, you got to be. And hey, if you want to spend $147 on a ticket, more power to you, man. But I can tell you who ain't. That's me. $145 for Saturday. Yep, I can tell you who ain't doing that. Me. That's nuts. Jay says, hopefully the broadcast will be better this weekend. Yeah, no, I've heard the broadcast has been terrible. It sounds like the broadcast should return to normal this weekend in regards to like the multiple camera angles. And I I feel for you guys, man, because there ain't no way I'd be able to put up with that. Yep, $141. I mean, dude, and somebody says the best rivalry in college baseball. I totally get it, bro. Don't get me wrong. But $100, like, you got to be kidding me, dude. That's no thanks. No thanks. I'm not doing that. Carolina Rangers, Frank Martin wants to make the games that the team missed. Frank Martin does not want the SEC tournament. I wish we could go to the South Carolina baseball game. Did he say he wants to? I'm sure he wants to make up the games. He's a competitor. Do I think they will? I highly doubt it, unless like one of the teams that South Carolina is playing like needs the game. But I don't know. The season's just been so brutal. Let's just get it over with. I know that's how most of us feel, and I hate to have that attitude, because like I hate to have the attitude of like not wanting to embrace the challenge and take on these teams and play these games, but I mean, hell, most fans didn't even want to go to a bowl game in football because of how bad the season was. So you want to play more basketball games? Nah, I think I'm going to pass on that one. Yep, I think I'm going to pass on that one. How about Notre Dame announcing they're not going to participate in the new NCAA football game? Like, okay. All right. Phil Harris is Clemson Cow College, where the men are men, the women are two, and the sheep are scared. Indeed. Go north till you smell it, west till you step in. Like I said, Phil, I'm going to be entering into enemy territory on Friday. I'm planning on going up Friday morning, and like I said, my one of my really, really good buddies, huge Gamecock fan, he lives in Anderson. So we'll head up there, and if I get tickets, I'll go, and if I don't, I'll I was actually thinking my buddy has a man cave / like cigar room / whatever. And, if I can't go to the game, we'll probably go live from there. So we'll probably go live from his cigar lounge and might smoke us a stogie in pregame, and who knows, man. So either way, the content's going to be flowing, content bleeding out the eyeball. Is going to be a really, really good time. By the way, how absurd is it that South Carolina Clemson Friday is a 4:00 first pitch? Like, I can't even imagine being like at the office and that game starting at 4:00. Like, I would lose my mind. I would lose my freaking mind. So, but either way, we get Gamecock baseball, we get Carolina Clemson. That's all you can ask for, I guess. So, yeah. So, like I said, guys, the series preview for that will drop Thursday. And even starting tomorrow, I have a ton of content revolving around that series and my thoughts on it and kind of some of the best memories from that series overall in the history. Just the best rivalry in college baseball, man. It's a blast. But again, tonight, focused on tonight. We got Winthrop, big game tonight. Yeah, so excited for it. Excited to see Will Sanders on the bump. Excited to see this offense get back out there and hopefully keep it up. Continue to do what they did over the weekend. And like I said, the big thing is just, you'd like to see that type of performance. Give yourself that confidence, that energy going into the weekend against Clemson. I'm trying to think, does Clemson play today as well? I'm sure they've got a midweek game. Let's see. And Clemson, if you didn't know, they swept over the weekend. Swept the Cincinnati Bearcats. Let's see here. So Clemson does not have a midweek game. So just South Carolina does. But Clemson won by scores of 5-0, 5-2, and 8-7 over their opening weekend. So, I mean, take it for what it's worth. I mean, they swept Cincinnati, which I'm not saying Cincinnati is like some some powerhouse or anything, but whatever. You get the opening weekend sweep. So, but it's a big series, man. No question. Like I said, I say to you guys that if you lose to Clemson, if you lose the series, it's not like your season's over, right? It's the second series of the year. But I will say, like, Mark Kingston's going to be doing himself a lot of favors if he can, and going to win over a lot of a good favor with the fan base if he can go out there and take 2 of 3, or better yet, even sweep Clemson. Looks like Winthrop's going to start Macklin O's. Junior right-handed pitcher has not seen action this year. So Winthrop lost 2 of 3 to App State. And the one game they won it 10-9 on a walk-off single in the final game. So, yeah. Gamecocks 19-7 all-time against Winthrop, 15-4 in Columbia. We're supposed to play last year, but it got rained out. Didn't make it up. And the last time they played was 2019. Carolina beat Winthrop 8-6. So, very good. Very good indeed. Courtney Washington, what's going on? Let's see. Jackson Gary, I've got practice till 6. Phil Harris, I'm going to be pissed if it's 80 degrees for the Mercer series when I fly down there. I hope it's 100, Phil. I really do. I hope it's 100. So, I mean, it high of 68 today. Beautiful. So, this weekend, hopefully you get some decent weather. But, dude, I hope it's 100. There's nothing better than a baseball game with a cold brewski and the hot weather. And, yeah, dude, I'm fired up for that. Fired up for the warm weather to come back for sure. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, Clemson does not have a midweek game this week. So Clemson will be undefeated. Hopefully South Carolina takes care of business tonight, and we'll have 2 undefeated teams going after, which I think is, Carolina Clemson, that rivalry, that series, that's how you'd expect it to be. Both teams being undefeated and doing the damn thing. So Courtney Washington, big week. Happy for the game, indeed. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. Courtney, how you feel about basketball tomorrow night? By the way, I know you was talking all that talk last week, and I'm not trying to come at you, but have your thoughts changed on anything regarding Gamecock basketball? Have your thoughts changed on anything? I'm curious to get a little temperature check on Courtney Washington. So, putting you on the spot, Courtney. Putting you on the spot. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. Courtney, yeah, I mean, I'll tell you this, Courtney. I'll tell you this. I think this year, this season, you say you want to see the product at full display. That's totally fine. I think this year's team just sucks. I just don't think they're very good. I mean, I think there's good individuals. I think there's good individual players. Don't get me wrong, but this basketball team stinks. They stink. There's no way to put it. They stink. I mean, you're 5-12. You are what your record says you are. You're not good. You're not very good at all. So, just call it what it is. Call a spade. You stink, and that's it. So, Courtney Washington, I feel like we can beat a lot of those teams we lost to. Well, we didn't. We didn't, and we got crushed. So, coulda, woulda, shoulda, doesn't really matter. You've gotten your ass whooped. I mean, more often than not. So, I don't care what we could have done or what we could do. Like, we haven't, and we're not going to most likely. So, this year's team stinks, and that's okay. And COVID affected. Listen, there's a built-in excuse. Frank is going to get a pass this year because in a normal year, if this team was this bad, I think he'd probably be fired. I do. I think he'd probably be fired if this year was normal. But it's not, and I'm not trying to pretend it is, and I'm not a fire Frank Martin guy. I think firing him during the pandemic, if you will, this pandemic-driven season, I don't think solves anything. I don't think it's the right call necessarily. Savannah, the game is tomorrow night at 7. Baseball game tonight, basketball game tomorrow night. But, again, I like Frank a lot. I think he's a solid basketball coach. Like I said earlier, I think the mentality, though, of this season's a wash. This season's a wash. Doesn't matter. COVID. I think that is like a poison that got into Gamecocks basketball this year. Because, again, the way we're playing, I feel like the guys are probably sitting in their dorms like, season's a wash anyways, bro. Who gives a damn? Let's just get our stats and get this season over with. That's how it comes off. I mean, I hate to accuse them of that, but, again, that's how it comes off. So that's how it comes off to me, at least. So Courtney Washington says, I think Tanner would do like he did with Muschamp. They're only going to tolerate you as long as you're winning. Again, I think Frank Martin should be back next year, and I think he will be back. But there's going to have to be a standard set next year. Like, okay, we got to see real progress in year 10. If you don't make the tournament, we love you, but we're going to have to part ways. Bottom line. I hope that's what happens, because if you don't do that, again, you're just screaming and you're saying to me, you're spitting in Gamecock fans' faces like, hey, we don't really care about winning. Like, we really don't. We're just, as long as we can make a team that's just competitive enough to keep people interested and buying season tickets and, whatever, we're not going to make a move. So, again, I hate to question the guys in the sense of that their effort, their toughness, their want to, their have they quit on the season? I hate to question that, but man, all you can do is go off the results you've seen. And so far what we've seen is just, that's what you think. You're like, man, like, hey, everybody thinks the season's a wash anyways. And that's how this team's playing. So, if you want to blame COVID for the early season struggles, by all means, be my guest. But this team's just not very good this year. This team fell short of all expectations. And it looks like a bunch of individuals, not a team, So it's a damn shame because, again, I think there are talented basketball players on this roster, but we can only go off what the results say. And right now, you're a 5-12 team, and that's just what you are. You're not very good. So, again, going to go ahead and wrap it up, guys. Appreciate you all tuning in. Thank you so much. Great show today here on a Tuesday. Baseball game today at 4 o'clock. I'll be out there. Full coverage, of course, on the Spurs Up Show. Be sure to check us out. Stay tuned to it. Also, be sure to check out the podcast. Drop this morning, episode 387. Recapping and breaking down everything from Gamecocks basketball, the series sweep over Dayton, listener questions, all that good stuff. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you.